Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Keller, PennLive with the Patriot News. I'm here this morning at 717 Armory, Swatara Township, and I'm actually here with owner Patrick Connaghan. Patrick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for being out here today, Travis.
Thank you. So, Patrick, from what we've been talking a little bit this morning, I understand you're a veteran in the military. Just tell us quickly about your service.
Yeah, so I grew up here in Swatara Township, attended Bishop McDevitt High School. After Bishop McDevitt, enlisted in 2006 in the United States Marine Corps. Was in the infantry. I completed 3 combat tours, 2 to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan, where I got out at the completion of 2010.
All right, so when you got out of the military, what made you decide to create 717 Armory?
So after the military, I then was a private security contractor in Afghanistan, where I really enhanced my training and my training philosophies and learned a tremendous amount. Once I was finished working over there, I came home and worked for a defense company called HESCO, and I was the range development specialist, and I built outdoor fire range facilities. Through my travels across the world, I entered a lot of indoor range facilities, and I kept thinking to myself, man, if I only had one of these growing up at home, you know, that would be like the best thing that I could think of in Dauphin County. So that's really where the idea stemmed from, was identifying the need for that in Dauphin County, and then putting all the pieces together to make sure that we could accomplish the mission of providing a premier firearms and archery facility for all the residents of Dauphin County.
So obviously we have a lot of activity here today. There's a lot of construction. Tell us a little bit about the journey to make this a reality. How long did it take? Just a little bit about that.
The whole process started, a couple years ago on a bar napkin, and we just kicked around the idea. I was like, oh, this would be great. Let's do it at the Star Skating Rink. That's the building here at 7500 Dairy Street, where the 717 Armory is located. It was an iconic building, since the 70s. And it was big enough to encompass everything we wanted to do. What you see here in the midst of all the construction is over 9 months worth of work going into this project. We're on schedule right now, no major hiccups there. We're hoping that we'll be doors open on December 20th, and then our grand opening will be Saturday, December 23rd. And that's really what we're going for here, and I can't thank all the construction guys that have put in time and effort into making sure that we hit that deadline and that it is as perfect as it's going to be.
So you mentioned a little bit about your philosophy. Before we get into what this facility offers, I heard your philosophy is learn, shoot, repeat. Just tell me a little bit about what that philosophy means and why it's important.
So to me, learn, shoot, repeat is a mindset that it elevates an individual in not only their confidence, but their capabilities. So if you break it down, learn. We can teach and facilitate anybody from a novice that's never even held a firearm, all the way up to, federal law enforcement, SWAT teams, as well as, paramilitary backgrounds. But learning is always occurring, and we're providing a facility with knowledgeable staffs and instructors that, can enhance the individual's ability to continue their learning process. Then you go into the second part, shoot. Obviously, you're going to take what you learned in the classroom here at 717 Armory, and you can walk 50 feet and you're in a live fire shooting range, and you can actually put practical application to what you're learning from the textbooks. That is the part that instills the confidence in the gun handler, as well as our archers. We have a program set up for youth archery and youth firearms. So this learn, shoot, repeat model, is really going to start at the base and work its way up all the way through a family. And then obviously with repeat, the only way to be perfect is practice perfectly. So by our facility and what we are able to do in our facility, we have given people of Dauphin County a very, very nice place to come down here and to repeat the processes of learning.
All right, so tell us a little bit about what the facility offers. Obviously we've done the research online. Obviously it's going to have ranges for firearms, ranges for archery. So just tell me about what your facility is going to offer.
So here at 717 Army, what we've done is we have about an 1,800 square foot classroom. That's where all of our non-range learning will occur. We have a 2,000 square foot members and corporate lounge where our members have privy access to a plush lounge setting where they can come, relax, hang out with other enthusiasts, bring the family, and then the corporate members, they have the ability then to purchase a corporate membership, and then they have the ability to rent out the lounge as well as the 50-yard line. The 50-yard line is members only, so that's one of the big perks and incentives of becoming a member here at 717 Armory. But then we also cater to our non-members as well, what we would call just your everyday people that just want to walk in off the street, and they then have the opportunity to go shoot on a 25-yard line indoor facility. And then plus that, on the archery, we have a 4-lane 20-yard archery facility. And we here at 717 Armory, we have in-house bow techs, so we sell archery equipment, so you can walk in with nothing, we could set you all up, and you could be in the woods hunting at the end of the day.
All right, fantastic. Now, you mentioned earlier that there's really something here for, you know, maybe the novice gun enthusiast or somebody that's, you know, an avid gun enthusiast or a law enforcement officer.
Correct.
What can someone, you know, who's brand new, never handled a firearm, what can they learn here at 717 Armory?
I think the biggest thing that a novice could take away from this is self-confidence. I think that guns in themselves are intimidating. It's a very masculine thing when you think about guns. So here at 717 Armory, my philosophy on this is we're going to cater to all novices. We're going to go slow. We're going to take our time. We're going to instill confidence before anybody even pulls a trigger with a round in it, that they walk into the range feeling comfortable enough to pull that trigger at a target. Also, that being said, here at 717 Armory, we're dedicating an entire female-only portion of our learning processes. We'll have female-only classes, we'll have female shooting leagues, and that's really to bring the females together so that they can come and they have their own little area inside of 717 that they can all congregate and be with people amongst themselves, as well as most of the classes are combined classes, both male and female. For the advanced shooters, you know, everybody is advanced to a certain point, and the only way to continue to become more advanced is to practice, is to learn new concepts, to employ new weapon systems. You know, they could be a great shooter of a shotgun and they've never shot a pistol, and then they come in here, they can rent a firearm from us, run a pistol, and they might find a whole new passion and hobby.
Fantastic. And you mentioned law enforcement. Now, 717 Armory does something pretty unique in offering, you know, extended hours for law enforcement. Just tell us a little bit about how that works.
So our law enforcement incentive program, what we're trying to do here is local law enforcement departments in the area, I understand that they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which makes it really difficult for them to train across the board because you get guys on nights, guys on days, and then you're trying to fit this all in. So here at 717 Armory, what I've decided to do is allow local law enforcement to come in, meet with our team, schedule appointments for dedicated range times that fits their schedule. So with that being said, we're not open 24 hours a day, but for local law enforcement department training, they can come in and schedule before or after hours training, where 717 Armory will provide staff members in the Armory to allow the local law enforcement guys to bring their own trainers down here and to conduct training throughout the entire calendar year.
All right, excellent. Now, another thing about 717 Armory, from what I understand, it's a family-owned and operated business. Tell me about how that's worked so far.
It's worked out beyond my measurable ideas. I've employed my father. He is the vice president of operations here. He has been astronomical in getting us to where we are. I've employed my sister Erin, who's here with us today. She's a marketing and communications director.
Hi everyone.
So all the good stuff that you're seeing coming out via social media or anything, that is not me, that is all my sister Erin. So, and I can let her speak a little bit as to her role here at 717 Armory.
Erin, how did you get involved in the business?
So I have a previous background in marketing and PR, and Patrick was at a point where he was looking to expand his staff, and there's nothing more enticing to me than being a part of a family business. Our whole life we were raised to support one another and be there for one another. We also have another sister, Megan, who she's playing a critical role in the development of our business, and our mom as well as his wife, Bree. Patrick has always been centered on family and has always been centered on doing the best for the close ones in his life. And he's done a lot for our country. He's done a lot for us. So to be able to use my skill sets to come back to support his business is one of the best things I could ever ask for.
All right, fantastic. So I guess another question I had, and kind of to wrap this up, 717 Armory is a new firearm and archery facility. Why should people come by and check this out?
I mean, I feel that if you're a gun enthusiast, this is like the grand slam for you. If you are weary of guns or have never been around guns or archery equipment and you're kind of hesitant, we here will provide a very comfortable facility for you to come in and to experience it, to see if it could be a hidden passion that you never knew you had. We're very family oriented down here with touching on our youth programs. We really want to make it so that families can find something that they can all do together. So not only are their families going to have more together time, but then essentially they can become a part of my growing family, which is the 717 Armory family.
Excellent. So I know you mentioned that there's an event going on this weekend for memberships. Can you tell us about that?
So what we've done here at 717 Armory is this Saturday, November 11th, Veterans Day, at 11 o'clock at Susquehanna Valley Harley-Davidson, who's one of our partners. We will be out there with our booth set up. We'll have t-shirts and hoodies for sale, as well as at 11 o'clock is when the pre-opening online membership sales go. So we have a special running for from November 11th to December 11th. You get a discounted price on family memberships and single memberships. You guys can come out there, purchase the memberships directly, and come support not only us, but Susquehanna Harley-Davidson. We also ask that any veterans that are in the area feel free to stop in from 11 to 2 out there. They have a veterans luncheon going on. And just come be a part of the family and the community that we're starting here before we even open the doors.
And obviously 717 Armory is active on social media, and you have a website as well, is that correct?
Correct. So you can follow us on Facebook, 717 Armory, as well as Twitter and Instagram. And then our website is 717armory.com.
Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the business, about getting to this point? Anything I might have overlooked? Anything at all?
Again, just, my biggest thing is just, I'm very, very appreciative for the opportunity we have. I'd like to thank Centric Bank for what they've done, partnering with us to help this get off the ground. AP Williams, our general contractor, been doing a phenomenal job for us. Again, my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my wife Bree, who's a critical role in all of this, as well as all the outpouring support that we're getting from the local community. I just can't wait to get the doors open and actually get to meet and greet all of you guys and shake your hands. And thank you again for letting me fulfill a dream, and hopefully that my dream helps you fulfill some of your passions and your dreams.
Now I have some commenters asking, and I think they may have tuned in while we're in the middle of the interview. They're asking when the doors open. Can you tell everyone again when the doors are going to open for the business?
So the doors will open December 20th. Tentatively. Our grand opening tentative date is December 23rd. It's the Saturday before Christmas Eve.
Excellent. All right. Well, Pat, Erin, I really appreciate your time. For those of you tuning in, we've been live here at 717 Armory in Swatara Township. The business is tentatively set to open on December 20th. It is an all-inclusive firearm and archery range. And be sure to stay tuned in to PennLive for a story on this later on, if not today, sometime this weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.